face to the screen again, fellow slaves. So yeah, this is going to be a longer video. I wanted to say something about the YouTube shorts, and the thing is, I think they could be maybe more like a minute and a half, because to me 2 minutes is short even, really, because I want to have at least enough time to give some information, but at the same time, just a lot more people are watching my shorts. So I'm going to go ahead and try to make a longer format video this time. I'm still just doing my normal format of turning the camera on and start talking. So what I'm doing right now, though, to expand on the short video I posted earlier, is trying not to get stung by the bees that live in the wall. They're the only ones that have stung me so far. I got one sting last Saturday, and it itched for a few days. It was itchy, but so I don't have the bee suit on right now, but there is that jar underneath that lid. It's upside down with two little holes poked in the lid, so the water can't really just drain out. Like as a few drops come out, like the air pressure, the suction keeps it from really just dripping out. Like the bees have to go lick it. So you put and it has to be a wide mouth mason jar, because when you buy the bee box, or the style of making bee boxes when people even make their own, is they have, I'll try to get a higher angle so you can see on top of that top box there's that border frame. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's like it just has like a rectangular hole cut in it. Let me grab my pencil. So take the jar, draw a circle kinda. So there's like it's pretty much a rectangular hole, but like the corners are rounded. You get what I'm saying. So like, if you use, I'm sorry, I heard something over my shoulder. So if you use a regular mouth jar, it's not going to work. I had to go buy wide mouth jars, which is going to be nice. I'm going to use them for canning food. But you take the lid and you poke a hole like 3/4 of an inch from the rim, is what I was instructed to do. I'm trying that. I'm still in the experimental phase, so if you follow my advice and it works for you, that's cool, because I'll probably make a video about a review of my experiments later. I'm just still new at this, so. It does look like reducing the entrance to the box helped. I mean, they're still able to come in and out. They're coming in and out pretty well. The thing is, last night there was one of the bees, there was that bee fight video I posted yesterday that was a short. And so what happened is, I think one of the wall bees was going in there to rob them, because my bees have been moved around a lot. They're not really at full force. That's why I'm feeding them. I don't intend on feeding them for a long duration, maybe just for a few days or a couple weeks just to get them going, but I shouldn't have to feed them. I think they should be able to, like, nobody's feeding the bees that live in the wall, so they've been moved around a lot and they're not at full strength. So when I had that big gap at the bottom, I was allowing the other bees to come and try to rob my bees of their honey, just because they know there's not enough to defend it. And by having the bigger opening, they had a bigger hole to open. It's like having a bigger gate at your castle. It's just, make it smaller. So I just cut another stick and just slid it in front of there to kind of close up most of that opening. So you can see them coming in and out pretty well. And that probably will even deter the other bees from trying to start a fight. I think that they might try to go into that little entrance and realize, no, I better not. So there's that. I'm at about 4 minutes already. I want to make about a 10-minute video for the YouTube algorithm. It's like either 60 seconds or 10 minutes. And I'm not even really trying to build a channel here, guys. It's just like, I kind of do want to seem like I'm not just shouting into an echo or a vacuum, not an echo chamber, but the opposite, like a vacuum. In space, nobody can hear you scream. So anyway, yeah, that's the thing with the feeder. I'm building a box right now, and I don't have a table saw, so I've got to do some circular saw work. I just drilled, see that little tiny hole there? I just drilled that hole. I'm just gonna make marks on the board, because my level's not long enough to go across. That kind of sucks. So I'm just gonna screw it to the board and just use a little bit of skill on the couple inches on each end, and then give her a go. Try to rip it nice and flat, nice and straight, so I'm not like the box that I bought at the store that I had to put that wood shim in the middle. You can kind of see it from here, that brown strip in the middle between the boxes. I had to cut that shim, like a 20-inch long shim, 3/16 to a point on the other end. Why? Why can't they just make a good box? You know, if they're set up to make them, you would think they should be able to make them well. Like if I took the time to, if I was gonna do it, I don't know. I guess I don't know the ins and outs of the business. They just kind of slam them in the box and ship them out to the tractor supply companies of the world or whoever you buy them from. And I'm not trying to diss them. It's just, you know, I already had the trap box full of bees. I didn't have time to make my own boxes. I just had to do something. I'm still already behind the game, like even with buying boxes. That's, you know, even taking time to make these videos, I guess, is eating into my productivity. But I do like to share stuff. Hopefully it's well received. But yeah, I just took I guess to go back to the lid, I didn't really finish on that. Just a couple thumbtacks, you know. This is pretty hard metal, these lids, so like you will bend the thumbtack. Like I just kind of, the first thumbtack kind of just makes the dimple, and you just kind of, or you could have, if you have like a punch, you can just do that. I just already had the thumbtacks in my hand, honestly. I have punches, I just didn't go grab one because I was, like what I call a hurried lazy. Like, I'm in a hurry, but I feel like I don't want to go grab the other right tool because it's in the back of the car and I have to walk all the way over there. Anyway, whatever, you just hold it, and you can just tap these lightly. They're plastic, so if you hit them hard, they're going to shatter, but anyway, make your little tiny holes. The first time I made a lid, I punched all the way through, so it was the full diameter of the needle, where that seemed like it was just letting too much sugar water through. Like it was just dripping out if I held it upside down. I don't want it to just drip out and make a puddle in the bottom of the hive. I want them to have to go up there and lick it. So that's why it's important to make it the right distance, so they can, like, where that rectangular hole is, they can kind of walk around on that and then just lick the hole. And so it's brilliant. Hopefully it'll work. I think it will. I mean, it's worked for other people. I didn't think of the idea myself. I use this really small drill bit that's in these clamps right now. I just put it in the clamp so I wouldn't lose it. But even that was too big. It's like the smallest one that'll actually fit in the chuck. Anything smaller won't even fit in the chuck of my drill. So anyway, here's the design for the box I'm making. I put a little bit less than 20 inches. I'm just going to like make a 20-inch mark and just cut the line with my saw. Just kind of remove the line, so it's going to be less than a 16th, but close to it. Then this dimension 16 1/4. So this middle panel here is going to be notched at the top like this. Oh man, I'm just trying to look at the phone too much instead of my finger. So at the top it's going to be 3/4 inches down and a 1/2 inch over. So there's still going to be a 1/4 inch of material there. So I'll be able to set my frame down on top of it. So the frames are going to be there, hanging down, and then have a little top tab that hangs it on there. I got a frame right here. See what I mean? So 3/4 inches down, 1/2 inch over. That'll leave me a 1/4 inch of material just to kind of be a barrier to keep them from climbing through there. And this box, like I said, is really just for enclosing that feeder right now. So, but I'm trying to go ahead and make it so it'll accept frames later, because I could put a third box on top of that later. I don't know if I want to do it yet because it would be a big hive to defend. So after the second box is full, or even like maybe half full, I could throw that third box on there easy and then have a shitload of bees. Oh, excuse my language. A lot of bees. So I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say. You know, I guess I could say a little bit more about the bees robbing each other. They will. Like if your hive is like, see, when I added the second box, they have a big hive to defend now, and that is a problem because there's only so many bees. They're trying to go out and forage. You'd think that there's still the same number of bees and there's only the same opening, but it's still just a bigger hive. And they have to, you know, it's like anybody defending a fort, you know, in real, you know, in humanity, you know, in wars. So don't believe the lie that animals are all peaceful and love each other. They have to fight each other too. It's not only humans that fight wars and battles. It's, you know, we fight them over really stupid stuff sometimes, but most of the time, pretty much always. That's not what this video is about. So anyway, I think I've filled the 10-minute requirement for the YouTube algorithm, and, you know, look forward to some more. I'm going to call the series the 60 Seconds Hate now, like in honor of the 1984 2 Minutes Hate. Instead of my 2 Minutes Hate series, it's going to be the 60 Seconds Hate YouTube Shorts. So I hope you enjoy those. They'll be coming up soon. Have a good day.